I'm Kat, and in this tutorial I will show you how to make sugaring wax in your microwave, so you don't even need a stovetop to make this recipe. Now, all microwaves are going to be a little bit different depending on their settings or what country you're in, but if you follow these directions and keep an eye on the color for knowing when your wax is done, you shouldn't run into any problems. Before we get started, I'm going to answer a few frequently asked questions about sugaring, and if I don't answer any questions you have in this video, make sure you check out the description below where I will keep adding in frequently asked questions. So the first question I get all the time about sugaring wax is, aren't you doing it wrong? And no. So with regular wax, you would apply the wax in the same direction of hair growth and rip it off in the opposite direction of hair growth. With sugaring, you apply it against the hair growth and rip it off with the hair growth. This is going to prevent ingrown hairs, which is one of the huge benefits of sugaring wax. Lightly scrub your skin with a washcloth the day before you sugar. This is going to remove the dead surface of skin, and you're also going to be exfoliating as you're doing your waxing. Another question I get all the time is it painful? It can be painful, especially depending on where you're waxing, but I think it's less painful than even professionally getting regular wax done. And with sugaring, your hair actually grows back finer because you're growing back a brand new hair rather than cutting off the hair on the surface with a razor, which will give you stubble when the hair grows back in and the blunt tip of that hair is sort of catching on your skin and rubbing against you uncomfortably. Another question I get all the time is, do I need the lemon juice? You can substitute the lemon juice with any type of citrus juice. The main thing you need is the acid component to this recipe. You can also substitute vinegar, but it smells really bad, so do that at your own risk. A lot of people run into this problem. It's hard as a rock, what do I do? If it's hard as a rock, you overcooked it. You needed to keep an eye on the color. You can try adding more liquid and reheating it and see if that helps, but I can't make any guarantees. Or it's too watery and it didn't darken, what am I doing wrong? You just haven't cooked it long enough. Can you use it on your face, armpits, vagina, taint, toe hair? Yes, all of the above. The more sensitive the area, I recommend you use a smaller section of wax every time you go, because if you try and wax your entire vulva in one go, you're gonna go to rip off the wax and like all of your skin is gonna wanna go with it. Just don't do it. Work in small areas, otherwise you're gonna have all this wax stuck to you and be too scared to pull it off because it's really painful if you work in really large areas. So save the large strips of wax for on your legs. Is this permanent? No, your hair will grow back, but over time it will gradually grow back thinner. So that is one great benefit to basically damaging your follicles with waxing. Can I eat it? Yes, you can, you weirdo. Why do people keep asking me this? The last one is, I burned myself. Help. Okay, if you burned yourself, I will tell you now at the beginning of this, do not burn yourself. Be careful. I will tell you again, let it cool down to room temperature. If you don't follow those directions, I don't know what I can do for you, basically. Sorry. So again, I hope I answered all of your questions in this video, and I'm gonna get into the recipe right now. If there are other questions that you have, make sure you check the description below. I will have all of these questions and answers listed, and I hope you enjoy this recipe. If you wanna see more videos like this, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
For this project, you'll need a large bowl of ice water, a smaller Pyrex shatter-resistant bowl that fits inside of it, 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon salt, and a stirring spoon. Begin by pouring all of your ingredients into the smaller Pyrex bowl and then stirring them thoroughly until everything is completely dissolved and you have a nice smooth mixture like this. Then simply pop it into the microwave. Mine is on high power and I'm in North America, and put it in for about 2 minutes to start. Then stir it thoroughly, making sure you scrape the sides and the entire bottom of the container so that nothing is sticking and going to burn the next time you put it through the microwave. Shake off the spoon and put it back in for another minute. You don't want to put it in for more than a minute at a time, otherwise you're definitely going to burn your mixture. So make sure that you put it in for 1 minute tops and then open it up immediately and stir it the exact same way. You'll want to repeat this step as many times as you need until the mixture changes color. If it starts to smoke, take it out immediately, and then as soon as it reaches this dark amber honey color, it is ready to be taken out. I set mine on the counter for a couple of minutes and let it cool a little bit, and then put it into the ice bath. You don't want to drop a regular glass bowl into an ice bath when it's hot like this because it will shatter, so it's important that you're using a shatter-resistant or pyrex container for your inner bowl. You'll want to play with it with the spoon, making sure that as it cools, you're scraping as much of it as possible into one edge of your bowl, and then when it's cool enough to handle, scoop it out with your spoon and grab it in a wet hand. You'll then want to wet the other hand just a little bit to make sure that it's not going to stick to your palms. You can keep dipping your fingertips into water as you go, but make sure you're not putting too much water on your hands because it's going to blend with your sugaring wax and make it a little bit less manageable. So use as little water as possible and gently knead the wax until it begins to change color. Again, be very careful not to burn yourself during this step. The wax can be much hotter than you anticipate, so test it on a fingertip before you pick the whole thing up. Once it's changed color slightly, take off a small piece to wax your body part with, and put the rest into whatever container you're going to store it in and pop it into the fridge. Next, you'll want to work the little piece that you took off to make sure it's warm enough. My husband was generous enough to offer up his shin hair. Apply it in the opposite direction of hair growth and rip it off in the same direction as your hair grows. And the first few times you apply it, it might not stick as well and it might be a little bit tough. It does get easier as you go, and the more gunk you get into the wax, the better it works. To use the rest of your wax later, simply reheat it for 5 to 10 seconds and you're ready to go. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and follow me on social media at Katrinaosity.